Yo, yo, yo. Cosmic Mind UV, Royal Risings. Ain't no surprising when it's a Royal Rising, man. Uh, More awakened people. I need more awakened friends and family, associates and acquaintance, man. We keep saying we going to go as high as, well, first of all, Cosmic Mind UV. God damn it. You know we got to say that. But we keep saying we can go on as high as our women, and like, man, we can go on. You can only go as high as your network circle, fam. Just like I put on a post on my Facebook today. Surround yourself with people that call you about money, opportunity, and business moves, or just moves and ideas and shit. Too often we only got people that call us for gossip and small talk. So we need to be around more awakened people, man, and a lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all need to make that be intentional with it, because your circle is a bunch of dumbed down niggas, you hear me? So that's why you aren't able to elevate and intellectually, spiritually, or whatever have you with this knowledge and shit. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I'm gonna go share and we'll be back. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to it, man. Yeah, man. I found myself having to revamp my whatever shape it is, man. People, we say circle, but it could be an octagon, it could be whatever, square, it could be whatever. But I had to revamp my network circle or square or whatever shape it is. Yeah, man. Because I was finding, or I was discovering, or the light or the chakra bulb went off, and I'm like, damn, I'm only surrounded by people that call with small talk. They just call me with small talk. We ain't no type of knowledge going on. We ain't. Hello, hold on. Where my sound at? All right, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? You. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I was noticing lately, like, damn, hopefully y'all can hear me clearly, yo. You. Okay. I only got a bunch of people that just call with a bunch of small talk, fam. How the fam doing, which is that's all great. That's all. But man, look, man, we keep talking about generational wealth. Man, them people with the wealth already, they calling each other with new ideas, man. They calling with each other with $1 million plays and shit, man. They calling each other with shit like that, fam. And then we are able to rise and be successful the way we want to be, because we limited by the people we talk to on a regular basis, or have access to us on a regular basis. How many people you got, or homies, associates, acquaintance, family, whatever, tribe family, that you can call with $1 million idea and they don't want to steal it, or they don't want to discourage you from it, or whatever have you. I'm just being real with you. Like, we got to really put a microphone glass people on the media, or any of that, followers, any of that shit, man, because a lot of us have a lot of spies, man. They just hovering around, and look, they just watching you struggle forward. You hear me? Because people love what people say. People love a good struggle story. People love a good struggle story. So yeah, man. Yeah, we have to overstand. Hold on, do you hear me? Is my sound going through, man? Because it seems like, okay. So yeah, we have to understand who exactly is who. It don't matter how long y'all been around each other, affiliated, acquainted, all that other shit. We got to really put a magnifying glass microscope on the children, teenagers, elders, homies, friends, homegirls from school, whatever. You know what I mean? But look, watch this. Here's a bust down of why black people benefit greatly from having more friends and etc. community members who are quote unquote awakened, end quote, aware, highly aware, highly conscious, and intentional about life and society. All right, collective healing and support. Awakened people overstand the generational trauma of black communities, indigenous, copper tone, etc. face, etc. Having friends who quote unquote see, end quote, this reality provides safe spaces for expression, healing, and emotional support. Instead of gaslighting or downplaying struggles, awakened friends validate experiences and offer solutions. All right. So see, this is why a lot of us are feeling disoriented, or we're feeling confused because we have these people, these beings that we love so much. That I call them Earth family. We got these Earth family and acquaintance and friends we love so much, and like I said, we offering solutions to mama, auntie, cousin, daddy, homie, homegirl, whether it's their diet, whether it's their whatever, you know what I'm saying? And yeah man, y'all know what goes on. Breaking generational cycles. We got some comments flying through. Empress Star, take you far no matter where you are. Think she cooking up a show for y'all tonight. Y'all can take flight. You know what I mean? Sacred space all in your face, ladies. Yeah. All right. Many cycles of poverty, broken families, and disconnection continue because people are unaware of the root causes. All right. Awakened friends and etc. family members encourage healthy habits, self-knowledge. I don't like the word education for some reason, so I just like the word knowledge. Know your ledge, you hear me? But yeah, self-knowledge and financial literacy to break cycles of dependency or over-dependency. They also model new ways of living that inspire others, all right? Or it's gonna make niggas just irritated more with you. You know what I mean? When I first went into alternative living, studying alternative living, tiny homes, mobile homes, living in the bus, you know what I'm saying? People that's successfully living in their vehicles, etc. You know what I mean? You know, of course, people gonna think you off your rocker. You know, that's what they say back in the days. They say crazy, but off your rocker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're gonna think you a little bit. A couple of tea bags short of a brew or whatever. Yeah, empowerment through knowledge, not education, but knowledge. Here we go. What we got? An awakened person questions mainstream narratives and encourages others to think critically about media, politics, health, and knowledge, education. This helps protect black communities from being misled, exploited, or pacified by systems that don't serve them. Now we did the click farms and the bot farm joint yesterday. And this is what I was saying when certain people say, whoever controls the media controls your perception. Absolutely. But let's go deeper into it. Like, how are they controlling? Like, we know it's the TV. We know it's the tell lies to your vision. You know what I mean? We get that part. But how else is this new wave of control? You know what I mean? So They do it through ads. They do it through subtle, subconscious stuff. You hear what I'm saying? But you meat eaters that still want meat. You ain't want no goddamn Popeyes until you kept seeing the ad over and over in your phone, and it kept goddamn going. Yeah, I mean, or different whatevers. Yeah. Uh, to be technically honest with you, that's the only reason I be knowing certain holidays and shit be going on because of them ads and shit. You know what I mean? Real shit. Like I be so detached from, as far as not detached to where you oblivious, or I'm just detached from just the activities, the energy of the rituals. You hear me? Because they just we done shows on it. It's an economic drain, it's a spiritual drain, it's all of that, fam. You know what I mean? Friends who I gotta do a show on people that unallow themselves because they can't get stuff for somebody for Christmas and shit like that. Like it's beings like that, you hear me? So you got that element, you hear me? People just they don't cover that part. Okay, friends who are conscious or aware or awakened often introduce ideas like economic self-sufficiency, homeschooling, and plant-based diets, etc. Strength and unity. When awakened people come together, they form stronger communities built on trust, accountability, and purpose. This unity helps indigenous, copper tone, black, the original people pool resources. And see, we have to understand a lot of our resources go beyond physical material items. Your intellectual property is the best resource you have, is one of the best, is if not the best, you hear me, resources you have, you hear me? So that's why I be saying a lot of time with business, somebody might not be bringing the money, but they might be bringing that motherfucking intellectual property and their expertise. And so now we can navigate through the paperwork more easier. We can navigate through the contract stuff more easier, or the whatever, you hear me? This unity helps black, okay. As the saying goes, quote, if you want to go fast, as I heard this on somebody live yesterday, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So now let me add to that, go together. We have to be going together in a rhythm and in unison and at the same pace. You hear that? If we going together, we got to be going at the same pace, because guess what? If, let's say, we going together as a group and certain parts of the group is falling behind and we got to keep looking back, what gonna end up happening? We gonna fall off track because we not focusing on what the fuck is ahead of us, what obstacles are ahead of us, what opportunities are ahead of us, whatever it could be. You see what I'm saying? So if, yeah, absolutely go together, but we have to be going together at the same pace. Alright? Not to say somebody ain't gonna fall behind. Sometimes they gotta catch up because whatever, they don't get it. However, if you just on purpose, you just in your feelings, and it's just it's just really not really a logical explanation, because you just in your feelings. Yeah. But anyway, rising the frequency or raising the frequency, like royal risings. You know what I mean? That's why I say royal risings, because you're royal and you're rising, baby. Yeah. Awakened individuals operate on a higher vibration. For the what? For the near-shine. Seeking peace, growth, and elevation. Alright. Friends like this encourage others to raise their energy or energy. We did a show about that, energy versus energy. Y'all make sure y'all go check that show out. Through mindfulness, spirituality, and conscious living, or awakened living. We got to say awakened living, because being conscious is just basic. Do we understand? We understand? Being conscious is just being able to function your physical avatar body with functionality. We talking about raising to your higher self, your awakened self. That's why I say see, this is why I gotta get to you, baby. The reason why a lot of the melanin, indigenous, copper tone, black, whatever have you, diaspora, etc., is a lot. What they say, power. They have the power. It's just that whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally, whether it's whatever, them, they, those, and too many are giving it to an outside source. What do you mean by this, Cozmik? It be the Most High, it be Buddha, it be you, it is your higher self. Salute the Bobby Hemmett. Like he said, if you praying, you just begging to your own ass. You just begging your higher self. You hear me? He say, when the ancestors leave or whatever, they come do what? Live within you. So who is you praying to? If your ancestors live within you, who you praying to then? So again, if them, they, those are praying and not meditating, but they're praying to anything else, that means what? You're giving the power to that thing or that entity or that deity or that whatever. You're not giving the power to your higher self. Do you understand? Okay. Y'all give me a small commercial break. Hope all is well today, y'all. Make sure you share this out, share this out, share this out. Share this out to them people that you get tired of talking to or debating with, and them, them Earth family members you've been, Okay. This helps counteract environments filled with negativity, violence, or materialism. In short, Black people need more awakened friends, etc., because they act as mirrors, healers, and builders, helping each other navigate a world built on illusions while creating spaces for truth, liberation, and legacy. Why is it important? Why is it important why is it important for Black people, Indigenous, Copper Tone, etc., to be around more awakened people? Because environment shapes consciousness. Because environment shapes consciousness. So what the fuck God be talking about? Yeah. Let me stay on point. I'm about to go in and out and all, see what it's all about. And who you surround yourself with can determine whether you rise or remain stagnant. That's what I was talking about before we even got into this presentation. The network circle, it got to be people that's calling with some type of ideas, something. We talking about legal ideas, nothing to get us in harm's way. I know old goofy ass shit, but yeah, man, some ideas, some moves to make, let's go into business together. I got this idea. Can you help me formulate it? And I got you. Help me. You know what I mean? Can you be the spokesperson for my Come on, man. What? When we about to talk about that daggone, not about the game that's coming on, not about how to cook out holiday activity, not about the other family member you don't like, none of that other ass shit. We talking about when we about to practice some nepotism, but like, hey, nephew and niece, I got this property for you to run. You hear me? Or you know what I'm saying? I got this opportunity, but I'ma train you to do this, and then I'ma da. You know what I'm saying? We got to come on, y'all. We got to level up our conversations on the regular, on the phone, and on our shows and interactions, whether it's doing lives, doing shows, whatever, texts, whatever. Protect from mental traps. Society often pushes distraction, consumerism, and self-hate onto Indigenous, Copper Tone, Black, etc. But I already told you, of course, they're going to push it onto you because them, they, those, because we is supposed, quote unquote, the biggest consumers of other people's shit. Being around awakened individuals help counteract this programming. Instead of reinforcing negative cycles, awakened people remind you of your worth, history, and or potential. Accountability and growth. Awakened people challenge you to think deeper, act wiser, and grow stronger. They won't let you or allow you, at least they'll try not to, stay stuck in destructive habits, relationships, or mindsets. They provide accountability for staying aligned with your higher self. Energy or energy and vibration. Energy is contagious. Energy is contagious. Lower vibrational circles breed negativity, gossip, and stagnation. Huh? Negative. What is it? Low vibrational circles breed negativity, gossip. So it's like, you think you are the fuck? Yeah, I think I'm all that because I'm the fuck awake and I already know what the fuck is over there and there. You hear me? I already know what that's all about. You hear me? Even these sports is harvesting your energy and your attention and your money, ain't it? And the churches and all the schools, all the other shit. Anyway, high vibration, no, awaken quote unquote circles encourage peace, healing, creativity, and solutions. The more Black or Cooperative, Indigenous, etc. people share awakened spaces like Cosmic Mind UV and Sacred Space all in your face, the more they raise collective frequency, collective liberation for the nearshot. No single person can shift the condition of Black people alone. Y'all hear that? It takes a awakened collective. It takes an awakened collective. Awakened groups create movements, create movements, organize boycotts, build businesses, and reclaim land and resources. That's why I get irritated when I go into some of y'all lives and all of y'all talking about them, they, those on YouTube or wherever. You just talk about the same rhetorical shit. You know what I mean? Okay, somebody was first, somebody was second, somebody got colonized first, somebody need to move this, something, somebody came and got that person and yeah, we got to move on from that. And so that's why I be looking at a lot of y'all platforms or presentations with the side eye, because it's like, why do you keep harping on the same? You know why? Because what we say, that meets what? The algorithm. They don't want to break away from it. They want to fit in with the shit, the other bullshit. So y'all Pan-Africans and all of y'all different spirituals, if y'all talking about the same ass and y'all arguing over it, the same ass shit, that means you stagnant. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. You hear me? If y'all are not creating movements, organizing boycotts, building businesses, reclaiming land and resources, then yeah, we bullshitting. That's what we doing. The more awakened, we trauma bonded. That's what niggas is doing. The more awakened people surround you, the stronger the community power becomes. Generational impact. Children raised or cultivated, etc., around awakened people inherit knowledge, wisdom, self-love, resilience instead of trauma. Families and communities become centers of wisdom instead of repeating cycles of pain. This builds a legacy of strength, not survival. Bottom line, or whatever line it is, top line, bottom line, sideline. And man, for people, for the original people, being around more awakened people means being surrounded by mirrors of truth. And that's why a lot of people don't like you, black sheep or chosen one or whatever the fuck you say you are, because what? You are mirrors of their truth, ain't it? And don't be saying it, because they already see it on you, in you, or your aura or whatever, or when you enter the room, etc. Don't be saying and spitting that knowledge. That's gonna really run them away from you and turn them off, ain't it, man? Because they soft. Okay, protectors of energy or energy and builders of a liberated future. It's how survival transforms into thriving and legacy. We have to throw that word away. It's a lot of words we have to throw away. Survival and all of these other words, and can't and try and all the like these certain words. We just got to get rid of them shits and replace them with thriving. We have to. What is our plan to thrive? Not survive, not just make it, not just get by. You hear me? All right, let's see. Why is it important? For black men specifically, being around awakened people is deeply important on both. See, we gonna sweep it. Y'all know how we do. So look, let's go. Let's do a quick review. We went over the importance of being around awakened people to black people overall. Then we went over why you need more awakened people and things of that nature. So now we're gonna get into the specifics of melanin and copper tone men. Yeah, man. It's deeply important, both important. Okay, healing from generational wounds. Indigenous, the original man, carry the weight of systemic criminalization, generational trauma, etc. Awakened brothers and sisters provide safe spaces, Cozmik Mind UV, to unpack that pain instead of numbing it with violence, ego, or destructive habits. I gotta do the show on ego. I keep saying, and this is what I'm gonna say, okay? So do whatever you want to do with it. It's not about killing or throwing away your ego. It's about maturing within your ego. It's just like habits and different other things. It's about maturing and getting more discipline within your ego. You hear me? Or maybe I'm bugging. Y'all let me know if I'm bugging or not. Huh? Without this cycle, without this circle, many indigenous, copper, etc. black men, the original man, are left isolated and understood, etc. Redefining manhood. Society often portrays the original men as either hyper aggressive or weak and disposable. Did you hear that? Y'all got that? So that don't mean that they, just because they celebrities or they football players, they still look at them as disposable. Whether you employees or whatever, they still look at you disposable. Okay? Awakened men challenge that narrative, showing examples of strong, nurturing, discipline, and visionary manhood. Ain't it, man? Being around awakened people allows indigenous, copper tone black people to reclaim masculinity. Black men, the original men, to reclaim masculinity rooted in leadership, pretty please, wisdom and protection, gratitude, accountability and brotherhood. The original men often lack true brotherhood. The original men often lack true brotherhood. What do they mean by true brotherhood? We mean holding us really accountable, not hyping up bullshit, not, whatever, whether it's diet, whether it's environments, whether it's different habits and shit like that. You hear me? I'm not gonna sit and drink with you all day, my nigga. You hear me? And we ain't breaking bread on the ideas. I'm still not gonna drink with you anyway, because the shit is poison. You hear me? However, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit around and eat no GMO foods and processed shit with you. You hear me? I'm not gonna feed you that shit. You hear me? So yeah, we talking about real accountability. Many circles encourage ego, competition, and self-destruction. That's what I be talking about. A lot of these different platforms where y'all be who, you, them, they, those. Y'all be hearing these different Pan-African or different spiritual, different kinds of platforms, and they be in there debating and arguing more than they really getting stuff done. So I'm just thinking they doing stuff for the algorithm, fam. They not doing stuff to really actually, it's just like a con man or con woman, fam. They just wrapping it in Pan-Africanism. You feel me? Ain't it, man? Ain't no different than a snake in the church or whatever what they call, a weasel in the church or whatever, or pastor, whatever. Look, awakened brothers create accountability. See, they'll tell you when you're slipping. You hear me? Huh? Ain't it mine? They'll push you towards discipline, health, and purpose. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They'll check your toxic ego in love, not envy. You hear me? Economic. So y'all be some people say I don't get talk about the men. I do. You just don't hear that part. You hear me? You don't comprehend that part, or you don't catch that part. Economic and legacy building. Awakened men think in terms of generational wealth, ownership, and protection of resources. The original men around such energy. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Wait. I lost my page. Around such energy are more likely to start businesses, invest, and build community structures instead of just surviving day to day. You know what I mean? We still got too many of even I'm telling you, and I'm talking to a lot of our elder brothers, or what we would call OGs. Yeah, I see, and y'all do too. I don't give a fuck where you stay. It's too many of y'all still hanging out on the corner. It's too many of y'all still drinking beers and doing, you know what I mean? You just setting a horrible example, man. And that's in everybody everywhere. I don't give a fuck where you're located, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's we just gotta do better OGs, yeah, man. You know what I mean? For the ones that's for, you feel me? The goal shifts from getting money fast, end quote, to building wealth that lasts. I like that. Yeah. Raising the next generation. The original men influence sons, daughters, and communities. Children seeing awakened men learn strength with compassion, discipline with love, and wisdom. This breaks cycles of absenteeism, misguidance, or toxic, what they call that new phrase, toxic masculinity. In essence, the original men begin being around awakened people means being surrounded by mirrors of higher purpose, reminders of legacy, and protectors to their spirit. It helps them shed false identities, ain't it mine? And step fully into their role as builders, protectors, visionaries, innovators, creators, etc. Teachers, ain't it mine? Scholars for the indigenous Coppertone original community. You're gonna just say the original community. Why is it important for black women, the original woman? Ain't it mine? Being around awakened people is not just important, it's vital for healing, protection, and legacy. Here's why. Let's let it fly. Healing the sacred womb and spirit. Like sacred space all in your face. That's for the ladies, baby. Where y'all at? That's tonight, man. With Empress Star taking you far no matter where you are. That's just a all melanin black Coppertone indigenous ladies, the original women platform. Just built just for you. The original women carry the burden of generational trauma, misogyny, etc. Awakened circles encourage womb health, self-care, and spiritual alignment rather than burnout and exploitation. When original women are surrounded by awakened people, they're less likely to internalize pain and more likely to heal and thrive. We got comments flying through. We gonna get there. Protection from toxic environments. Many spaces push the original women towards overworking, toxic relationships or self-neglect. Awakened friends, etc., and or partners act as shields, reminding them of their value and protecting their energy or energy. This helps the original women move from survival mode to abundance and peace, redefining womanhood and beauty. Society often devalues or misrepresents the original women's beauty and femininity and roles. Awakened communities uplift the truth of original women. Original women are creators, nurturers, and leaders. Being around awakened people means receiving constant reminders of divine worth, not distortion. In empowerment and purpose, awakened circles or whatever shape it is, inspire the original women to focus on purpose instead of pressure, instead of being stuck in cycles of stress and obligation. They're encouraged to create, um, rest or recharge, build wealth, and educate. So, ladies, when you out here in this dating pool or you whatever, man, you gotta look for the awakened man. You gotta look for that character and what that's all about, man. Even these homies and these friends and these colleagues, man, that y'all be having, homegirls and all that. You say what y'all be saying, I love you, best friend, but they don't love your ass. They find space to explore entrepreneurship, spirituality, and leadership without guilt, raising the next generation for the nation. The consciousness of the mother, yeah, I said mother, and mother figures directly shapes children or the star seeds. When original women are awakened, or at least surrounded by awakened people, they raise or cultivate children or star seeds who are aware, self-aware, proud, and resilient. This ensures that the next generation carries healing instead of inherited pain. Bottom line, top line, whatever line it is. For the original women, being around awakened people is a lifeline. It protects their energy or energy, honors their sacred role, and empowers them to lead families and communities from a place of healing, wholeness, and legacy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got another show for y'all, man. We got a little surprise for y'all, man. We got a little bonus, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Gratitude to my new subscribers. Gratitude. I honor your presence, you know what I mean? Yeah, presence. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Don't hesitate to participate, yo. Don't hesitate to participate, ain't it, man? You know, y'all can comment. Make sure you share this. Stop talking yourself to death with them family members. I've been talking to them for years. Just share this with them. Share this right here. Yeah, I mean, say, look, just listen to this. Yeah, I mean, if you gotta listen to it in portions, that's cool too. Yeah, I mean, just make you listen to the whole thing. Now, it says, should black people or etc. family listen or take more advice from the awakened person, or the black sheep, or the purple, or the orange sheep, whatever color it is? Yes, the original people and families should take more advice from awakened individuals. However, with discernment. There we go, intellectual discernment. We're going to do a show on intellectual discernment too. That's excellent. Awakened people see beyond the surface. They recognize how systems, media, and society shapes false beliefs, not knowing, but beliefs. See, they want to keep you believing so they can keep deceiving. Their advice or expertise usually pushes people toward truth, self-reliance, and liberation, not just quote unquote fitting in. See, but the thing is, a lot of these people are scared of the truth. See, look, I keep telling y'all, us, them, they, those, even myself, a lot of these beings already know what they should be doing or could be doing or their better self or their weight or whatever. You hear me? They're just waiting, you hear me, on some other outside source other than themselves, you hear me? Healing and balance. Awaken advice often centers on healing trauma, protecting energy or energy, and building healthier life cycles. This helps families move away from cycles of pain towards wholeness and balance. Building, we're gonna do a show on balance too, because I keep hearing that word. So you know how I do. Excuse me, Mark. I keep hearing it. People keep using it. We gotta get in. We gotta see what it's all about. Okay, look. Building legacy. Awakened individuals think in terms of generation, not just today. Their guidance often covers things like financial literacy, homeschooling, healthy living, and community unity, etc. Nutrition, the body, whatever. The yoni, whatever. Which strengthen Black families long term. Protection from distractions and traps. Awakened voices warn against paths that look good, however, cause harm. Consumerism, toxic culture, unhealthy foods, destructive relationships, environments, etc., mindsets, etc. Listening to them helps families avoid repeating harmful patterns. That's if they don't just want to goddamn repeat the goddamn pattern. And they working hard at repeating the goddamn dumbass pattern. And they think they fighting you repeating the goddamn pattern. Anyway, we gonna take this shit to Saturn. However, use discernment. Not everyone, or intellectual discernment. We gonna do a show on that. Remind me of that. Not everyone who calls themselves quote unquote awakened end quote truly is. Oh man, you can ask Biz. Families should weigh advice against results, wisdom, and alignment with truth. Yeah, let's spit that in the booth. Real awakened guidance empowers. It doesn't control, divide, or feed toxic ego. You hear me? Conclusion. The original people and families benefit greatly from taking advice from awakened individuals because that advice or expertise is rooted in truth, elevation, and long-term thriving. We're going to throw that survival word away. However, they should also practice intellectual discernment, etc., making sure that advice aligns with growth, unity, and legacy building. Now we're going to get to the conclusion overview and we're out of here. For the original people, surrounding themselves with awakened individuals is not just about friendship or whatever other ships, relationship, friendship, courtship, companionship, whatever ship. It's about survival, thriving. We say we're going to throw the word away. Thriving, healing, and liberation. For the Black or indigenous, for the original community as a whole, awakened people rise the collective vibration, provide truth against deception, and create unity strong enough to build businesses, reclaim land, and protect future generations. For the original men, the Black copper tone, original, the Herus, forces of nature, awakens circles or whatever shape it is, helps them heal generational wounds, redefine manhood beyond society's stereotypes, not judgments, but stereotypes, hold each other accountable, and focus on building wealth, leadership, and legacy. For the original woman or women, awaken spaces, protect their energy or inner chi, honor like sacred space, honor their sacred role as life givers and leaders, and support them in breaking cycles of exploitation so they can thrive in abundance and raise empowered star seeds. At the core, awakened people serve as mirrors, protectors, and builders. They keep each other grounded in truth, uplifted in spirit, and focused on purpose. Without this, without this support, the original people risk being trapped in cycles of distraction, detraction, trauma, drama, and survival mode, whatever else, goddammit. And click farms and bot whatever. You hear me? Whatever propagandic tools these motherfuckers use. You hear me? With it, they can create a future rooted in healing, wholeness, and generational power. Final word. Being around awakening people or beings means being surrounded by love, wisdom, and elevation. For the original people, it is the path from oppression to liberation, from survival to thriving, and individual growth to collective legacy. Oh man. All right. What kind of comments we got flying through here? Have no fear. We got the comments here, huh? Have no fear. We got the comments here, baby. Ain't it, man? Dr. Coop, that's my G right there. We got Dr. Coop. Yeah. He said, yeah. Yeah. That's my G right there. Hey, Dr. Coop, man, we got a show, man. Look, I want to give you a weekly show on this platform, man. You know, the word with Dr. Coop, or whatever you gonna call it, man. I want you to have a weekly show on here, man. You got space, you know what I mean? So I'm presenting you that opportunity, you know what I mean? I value your service and everything you're doing, you know what I mean? Your expertise and all that. So you know, so reach out to me after the show, man, or link up or text or whatever, you know how we do. All right, now. Who else we got? Oh, this is Empress start doing what? Taking you far no matter where you are. It's time to level up our interactions. You hear that? We gotta enter to what? Have some actions. Oh, we gotta enter to have some actions. Yeah. With one another, down with gossip and low vibrational interactions. It's time and space for collective liberation. We're going to do time versus space too. Ooh, that's going to be one of them ones. Please share this. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you refer and recommend. Like we recommend people to these big companies and corporations. Make sure you recommend people to this right here, Cozmik Mind UV Nation, that we gonna build. Make sure you look up Dr. Copeland. Make sure you look up my G. You hear me? Because that's everywhere you need to be. Look, I need my warrior spiritualist tribe. Let's build. You hear that? Sacred space. She looking for some co-hosts, some interviews, some different stuff. Ladies, that is a ladies only melanin black edition. It's the original woman space built just for you. You hear me? So we ain't street trying to hear we need space. We got space right there. Yeah. So link up with Empress Star. It's Empress Star on the book and on here on the YouTube joint. Don't forget to do what? Like, share, subscribe. Gratitude, Empress Star. Gratitude. And fan base, and make sure you get the fan base. That's a black or indigenous or black owned space right there, where you can have your own custom chats, and we can build our own. It's like a Zoom on steroids. You know what I mean? But you just throw in mix a little bit of Facebook in there and TikTok, and just kind of blend it all in. But yeah. We have to mature into our egos. Yeah, the different facets of it. That's all. Here we go. It's vital to have friends / mates that are awakened, because it liberates us as well as gives us, or them, they, those, the opportunity to heal and raise or rise healed, balanced starseeds slash children, breaking through generational trauma. Ah, man, you got to go send this to your mama, man. You hear me? All your mamas, whether it's big mama or goddamn little mama. Yeah. But yeah. This is another one, man. We got another show coming up. Make sure you share this. We got some great interviews coming up. I think I got Buddha E coming down the line, man. We gonna get it all situated. We got Dr. Coop. Hopefully he'll be doing a weekly show. You hear me? And he got that weekly flow. You hear me? About just health, wellness. Stuff about the radiation and different things of that nature. He's an energetic, holistic specialist. You hear me? So, salute to, the Yaki Awakens, but nah, we got to get to Dr. Copeland. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got to link up with him, all right? Salute to my brother Hirsch Dirk, man. If you need an accountant to, balance your books, to check out your spreadsheets, to run your business plans by, I got my brother Hirsch Dirk. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Salute to Hirsch Dirk. And then we got look up Faithful Member or Grand Sheik. If you want to goddamn get your paperwork situated with the what is that? The correcting the status correction with the status correction and the straw man stuff and stuff. Go check him out. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Check out the Acre Boys. Check out Hereafter Farms. You know what I mean? They're helping melanin, indigenous, copper tone people acquire land. Hereafter Farms. It's all one word. Check it out, and it's affordable. Stupid, crazy affordable. Salute to them. Salute to the Acre Boys. Salute to anybody else that's doing the righteous work. You hear me? And yeah. Let's link up. Let's do some shows, man. Let's do some collaboration for the nation. And guess what? Hold on. No. We gotta turn that off. We gotta turn that off. Woo! Cozmik Mind UV.